Okay, so this is a continuation of this camera tracking series and what kind of information we can get from the plate, like a plate like this. This is like an exercise on how to look at the plate and see what you can do. You have like a clear plan on what kind of stuff you can do to it. So when you get the task, you know how to do whatever is necessary. What we did before, just a quick rundown here. We separated the elements from the roof to have a better occlusion calculation, and then we did that. All good. Then we cleaned. So we did the projection, the paintings, and now more like a fun thing that I did. Just to finalize this, we can extend it. Actually, I said that I will do like a particle system flying in between the pillars. We can do that. But what I did the other day was to show, once you have all the stuff in place, what you can actually do with it. And so I did apply like a noise texture, this guy, into the geometry. We can barely see here because it's too small, but if you really make it strong, see how, and also you can apply a reflection on top of that, and then put back the rest of the objects in place, right, like the ceiling and the pillars and so on. And that's what you get from this crazy like proper correct reflection. See, so there's plenty of things you can do once you have modeled at least the basics, the main objects in the scene. There's lots of stuff to do, and that's how we add humidity, like water in the floor. For example, if you have a shot and you need to make that, you just make a camera track, you position a plane in the ground, you add a reflection, and then you have something like this. It comes out in the ray render. You can output the AOV, and then you put whatever you want, reflection, doesn't matter. So we render this guy out, and then here in the shuffle, you just shuffle the reflection pass, so that you kill whatever is not the reflection. So what I did was just a quick grade. This is just to reduce the mega brightness of the windows, because on the next side I use the same geometries we have, which is the ground, with the same displacement guy. I did another noise, make it just a bit brighter, project the noise on it, right? I have the pillars in the back thing, in the back walls. See, this is the camera, this is the pillars. They come to a skyline render, because I only need to deep hold out like this, right? Then revert it back to image. What I did here is on this skyline render, I have the surface point out, and I call it P. You can call it position if you want. So that opens up the option to have a P mat, and you can download a bunch of options in Nuke video, or you can make it yourself, which is also a nice way to learn a little bit. So I just did some random spots like this, add them all together, and I'm masking the noise. See, the noise was like this. I'm dipping hold out the pillars and the stuff, and then I'm adding on top of that the mask. So see, it's all behind what it should, and that is the key mix I'm bringing from the clear render, the clean one, the main one we did on the first video, which is this little guy, which is just the render without the reflection and highlights, most of it. I forgot about this guy, you guys can do it. So, so this is the B pipe, which is a bit of a mess here, but you know, you guys will understand. So this is the A, which is the reflection, and this is the mask. So that's what we have. We get like puddles. They are, because of the distortion I have here before, they are, you know, it's skewed like this. So if you don't want that, you can also, if you just remove the distortion, they will be flat. See? And then they will be very flat. But the distortion adds something, and I think I like it. Maybe it's too much, who knows. Anyways, and then it's just a matter of grading things. Or what I did is to grade down the plate, not the plate, the render. So grade down the windows, and then I use the expression to just shuffle the R channel into the alpha, so you get this. And then I just grade this slightly down because it is indeed super bright, but it will make sense soon why I'm doing this. So I have also this which carries the Z channel, see, because we did the focus chain before. So this pipe here, let me show you layer contact sheet so you guys can see what is in the stream. Show layer name, so see there's a depth, the forward, and the RGB, and no alpha, right? So I think I think I have it here because I had the plan for motion blur, but doesn't matter. So what I want is to take the Z and use the Z, the distance, as a map to grade the plate, to grade the render, right? So the way of doing this is to invert the Z channel, as the depth channel. So 1 minus Z will give you this. If you just put on the alpha Z, it will just shuffle the Z channel into the alpha, and that's what you have. But if you 1 minus, it will invert it for you. I'm just trying to do this stuff. You can do it with an invert node, of course. I'm just trying to do it with less nodes, and I'm finding myself using the expression node more and more, and then it's also nice because it makes me go online and research a little bit and find the expression I need for whatever I want. You can also try to get close to that result here. If I put some brackets, let's see what happens. So I'm recently, yeah, well, it divides it, but I don't think it crunches it like I want, like contrast, so that's why I'll leave it like this. And then I crunch the black and alpha channels, black and white channels, and then use that to grade. So that I'm adding like a mist or fog into the distance. So this is the alpha, right? And for this I'm doing lift, less gain and less gamma also. Maybe you guys can play around. This is cool to do, and you can also, of course, add some wild colors if you want to have like a toxic situation, like a toxic environment, or a warm one. This one is quite nice, and you can play around with that. So I'm just copying back the Z again, right? And then here I'm adding a bit of the focus, and I believe, yes, it's in the main central pillar. So this is the type of stuff we can do and completely change the plate. Let me show you guys what's the plate for. right? It's not perfect, but it's pretty cool. I forgot to do this pipe here. Yeah, you guys know the idea, so that can easily be done. And also this one should be nice to have because it's in front, so because of the fog, you would get a little difference here. And also a pipe can be done. I mean, this can be, you can play with this type of stuff forever basically. And it's not exactly very heavy, and you have the wet puddles in the ground, and they follow like proper reflection. They are behind the stuff. We didn't mask them like manually. There is no roto anywhere, so there is a lot of advantages on doing this, because I have an actual light coming. Even this wall is dark now, you know, so we can also control that if you want to have it like a dark environment with shadows and stuff. So yeah, so and the shadow will go over the objects, which is also cool, like this one is doing right now. So there's a lot of stuff you can do, and this is just me. I decided to publish this because I had some free time the other day, and I did some playing around with this. This is like a real world situation. I had several shots on a show a while ago that we had to add fog or mist, and in that case I didn't have to model as many objects as we did here, but I did some camera tracking, some simple point cloud to mesh, and that also you guys can watch on the channel. I have a camera tracking video that I use that a lot, the point cloud to mesh, and that was already, you know, enough for me to be able to do like a nice depth. Nowadays with the copycat and catering stuff, we do have a nice depth estimation, but it flickers. It's not as stable and clean as this one, obviously. See how clean it is. This is anti-aliasing because I'm not rendering this in full resolution, obviously. This is just for the intention of the tutorial, but it's not flickering at all. And if I take the K3 guy here, depth estimation, let's see. Okay, where's the? Let's see if it will flicker or not. My experience so far using this on real shots is it's that it flickers a little bit. Okay. Yeah, it's pretty cool also. See, not enough detail here, but you know, I don't think you can expect that. I'll see. Whoa. Yeah, for the shots, in some shots it will be enough. In some of the shots, depending on what you want to do, it will not be enough. That's the thing. See, it kind of flickers, wobbles. It's getting there. But if you want to have this type of control and actually no flicker at all, you need to do it like this. Alright, so that was a quick video. On the next one I will do particles flying here, and I believe we can have some interaction, light interactions, and like shadow casting and stuff like that. And you guys can see, you know, as another good exercise. I always try to mix with particles, but I find them also very useful. I use that, I don't know, not on a daily basis, but I don't think I go 1 week without having to do anything on particles. So yeah, all right, I'll catch you guys on the next one, and thank you for watching.